welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my final update before the finale for the Pan That palette that I'm doing this year with Dana, Dannie, and Courtney. I had to look down because for some reason when the camera goes on, like thoughts go out of my head. Even though I know these ladies, you know, I talk to Dana literally every single day. I have issues sometimes. I don't know what my deal is. I'm freezing. It's nighttime, not as late as normal, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. All right. So yeah, last update before finale for the ABH Sultry palette. I've been attempting to get this thing done. It is not done yet. This is not the finale. Did have a rough year. I will, preface that. I really wanted to have this done in September. Clearly that didn't happen because in September I was kind of at the point where it was almost 3 months and hadn't worn any makeup, so you know how that goes. I think I'd worn it like once or twice maybe, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm still working on this palette. I am going to keep working on it like I can finish it this year. I don't know if I can or not. So let me show you where I was prior to this update. And this is where I am right now. Some nice changes. I'm not unhappy with it. I didn't reach all of my goals, but I feel like I surpassed some, so I'm okay with that. I will have a picture of what the palette looked like before above. If I remember, I will try to do it like Danny does it, where I have like last month and current so you can see it up close. So let's start with the really good things. I finished Steampunk right here. I had not actually set that as a goal to finish it. I wanted to finish half of what was in there, and I don't know if it was just because I was working on Ember in here and it went well with Ember that I just kind of decided I was going to work on that one instead of Cyborg. So that one is done and I'm very, very happy. I don't tally number of uses, so I can't tell you how many times I used it. Rest assured, it was a lot. It was a lot of uses. So I'm very happy about that. The other two, Fresh Pearl, they've been done for a while. Next one, Rose Quartz, that's been done for a while. Ember, I had not quite hit side pan. I was close to it, like over here, and I wanted to use half of what was left, and I kind of said I wanted to use like half of the pan, but it kind of came out weird. I feel like I've used half the amount of product. It just doesn't look the same in the pan because I've kind of got that L there, or the number 7 or whatever you want to call that. But I feel like I used the amount of product that my goal was to use up. It just doesn't look like that in the pan. I finished Bloom. I had like the tiniest little bit on one of these edges, and that is done. And I'm glad it's gone. I don't ever want to see it again. And unfortunately, I have a dupe palette of this in my collection that was sent to me in PR years ago. And so I have to deal with that color again sometime in my future. But I know how to franken it now, thanks to you guys. I know now. I'm going to handle that color, and I'm going to handle it like a champ. All right, Birch has been done for a while. Nasty rusty pan there. Next up is Cinder. I had not hit side pan on that yet, so I do have some good side pan. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it's actually very thin, except for the like very edges of it. I don't think that's going to last very long. I don't think it's going to last long at all. So I'm not worried about that one. Twig, that's been done for a while. Another nasty rusty pan. Not as bad as Birch, but still. Dystopian, I'm very pleased with. I wanted to finish to where I had like half a pan left, and I have surpassed that quite a bit. And I'm very pleased with where I'm sitting with that one. And let's see, next up is Cyborg. This is one of the ones I originally said that I wanted to finish since the last update, but I absolutely love this as an inner quarter shade. I have it in my inner corners right now, and there is no chance of me not finishing that shade this year, just using it organically on my inner corners the way I really like to use it. Sometimes I will extend it slightly into like the inner third of my lid, but mostly it's just inner corner usage. It's going to get done. I'm not worried about it. I don't have to rush through it. I really enjoy this shade, and yeah, so it's still there. It's not going to be by the finale. I can almost guarantee it, unless something catastrophic were to happen, that one's going to be done. All right, Slate. Slate is a little worrisome. I wanted to get to the halfway point. I did. I can tell you, it is not my favorite shade. It is not. Part of the slate that I used, I chipped a little bit away and put it with what was the little bit of bloom that was left. It made an absolutely stunning crease shade. I think it was Sarah Catherine that recommended that, and it's like spot on. It is gorgeous. It makes like this beautiful berry color, and it worked for me. It absolutely worked for me. So I was able to use a bunch of slate doing that, but I am not a lover of this color at all. I don't dislike it. It's not like I hate this color or anything. It's just, it's not me. I don't feel like it suits my skin tone very well. So I'm struggling with that one. I need to find something else that I can mix it with, that I'm currently panning to see if I can find something similar to Bloom, of all things, to make that Franken again, if I can, to get some more of that used up. I'm concerned about Slate, just because it's a gray that doesn't look good on my skin tone. Noir. Kind of feel the same way about Noir as I do Slate. I'm a little bit concerned about it, though I made massive progress on it in the past month. I wore it a lot. I'm wearing it today. I have been using it as like a crease shade, blending it out with other things. I've used it to deepen the outer corner. I have it today where I wet it, and I actually did my eyeliner with Noir. So I have been using it as many ways as I possibly can. I have made very good progress on this, but that it's so pigmented. I'm a little worried, but I don't know. I think it's going to be easier to use Noir once Dystopian is done, because with some looks I use Dystopian to darken the outer corner, but when Dystopian's gone, I'm going to have no choice but to use Noir. So it will have less competition, so maybe that will help it go a little bit quicker. I kind of feel like everything else I'm not worried about in this pan. Oh, I didn't even mention Teak. I totally forgot to mention Teak. That one I also did not even have side pan. Didn't quite get the halfway as far as going across, but yeah, I used more than half the product that was in there. All right, sorry, lost my train of thought there for a second. I feel like everything from here over is going to be done. No problems at all. No stress, no anxiety about any of those shades that are going to be done. I feel like they're definitely going to be done. I'm using this palette almost exclusively. You know, I like to mix up my colors. I like to wear neutrals sometimes. Sometimes I like bright purples or greens or oranges and yellows and stuff like that. I'm not panning any looks, but I feel like I'm tied to this palette right now, and I don't like that feeling, but I want to get it done. It's like my desire to have this palette done and out of my collection is stronger than my desire to mix up my colors every single day. So I'm going to keep plugging away at it, even though I feel like Groundhog Day with eyeshadow, if that makes any sense. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I can't be the only one at the end of the year trying to finish their pan that palette that feels this way about their palette. And I can't say that I love this palette to begin with. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm so ready for it to be gone, and I'm gonna forge ahead, and I'm gonna get this baby done. It's got to be done. So we're gonna see what I can finish with. If there's anything left in this palette, it's gonna be one of these two shades, Slate and Noir. But I am going to be working very, very hard to get them done. Not gonna be wasting product. I'm not gonna be doing that. But once most of these other shades are done, and I need some variety besides these two, I'm gonna take like a little bit of Slate or a little bit of Noir and franken it for like a day or two's worth of product, franken, and use that so that I can use these shades literally all over my eyes in different ways because they've been frankened with something that will make them work. That is my goal with this, is to try to get it finished. Obviously, isn't that everyone's goal, Jessica? Seriously. But I'm going to find a way to multitask if I can, franken what I can, and whatever I franken with these, I'm going to franken within these pans. So if there's anything left in here at the very end, you will know it's because it's a franken, or I just couldn't finish it, or whatever. I'm not going to put it in another pan so you can't see it and, you know, try to be deceptive in that way, because that's not how I roll. But I'm going to try very hard in every possible way that I can to get this thing done. And I will say, hopefully, good riddance to it on the last day of this year. I'm so ready for it to be gone. Definitely go check out Dana on Instagram. Courtney is on Instagram, and Dannie is on YouTube as well as Instagram. So those ladies are going to be listed down below. Like, I always feel like there's someone else that has joined in, but I cannot remember off the top of my head because, you know, this is my brain. This is my brain on kids. That's just how it goes. So if there's other people that have joined in, they're going to be listed down below because, you know, that's how it is. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I got other things that I got to get done, like editing and uploading this video, and you know, taking care of my kids, getting them ready for bed, and all that good stuff. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.